While the Oscars is all about the history books and the posterity of Hollywood, the Golden Globes has always been about one thing and one thing only: ratings. And impressively, the award ceremony's shameless pandering has allowed the tiny Hollywood Foreign Press Association to rise to the same level of prestige as the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences. Yes, while the Hollywood community decides who wins an Oscar, it's a group of about 100 foreign movie critics that decide who wins a Golden Globe. And apparently these 100 critics can be bought. Who would buy them? Well, considering that these days a Golden Globe nomination can influence the Academy to hand out an Oscar nomination, plenty of producers and studios are happy to wine, dine, and flat out hand over a tiny gold mine for votes. And with just 93 members versus the Academy's 6,000, it's much more cost effective. Now, while this system worked for years, last year the Golden Globes slipped and showed their hand to the public. With nominations for films like The Tourist, Burlesque, and Red, what was once Hollywood's dirty little secret became obvious to the masses. And highlighting the whole thing was Ricky Gervais, who delighted audiences yet horrified the movie stars in attendance by essentially turning the ceremony into a roast. In fact, Gervais made so many enemies that night, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association was dead set against letting him return this year, yet NBC managed to convince them to do so. Because remember, it's all about the ratings. And while that attitude led to a lot of ridicule last year, it could actually help the Golden Globes this year. Will they give some legitimacy to Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2's Oscar campaign with a few noms? And will they add even more wood to Hugo's Oscar flame, considering that's exactly the type of lush, sentimental film the Hollywood Foreign Press Association goes gaga over? They could even give some much-needed momentum to The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which was supposed to be a big Oscar contender, yet has come up empty so far in the early round of awards from critics' associations. Or has last year, with the embarrassing nominations that Ricky Gervais is hosting, turned what's supposed to be a celebration of film into a good laugh at Hollywood? That's certainly one way to wrap up the year, and as long as people still tune in, the Golden Globes probably won't care. Do you care? Be sure to write your thoughts down below. I'm Grace Randolph, and this has been a Movie Bite. You can watch more right now.